I want to talk to you about Bluehost, and we want to really look at their web hosting strategy, their offer. Is it really worth it? Let's talk about that. So here's a presentation I want you to pay attention to. So when you think about Bluehost, I want you to think about a feature-rich, dependable web host that has impressive uptime stats, numerous e-commerce add-ons, and a WordPress enhancing tool that gives the popular CMS even more flexibility. And so what we love about Bluehost is that they're constantly adding new functionalities. They have a WordPress, they have a VPS, they have a dedicated hosting services. This is really good. So with so many options, it might be really hard to decide if this host is suitable for your needs, right? So let's talk about that. I mean, for your needs, it can be your first-time website, your blog, your portfolio, or even your online business. So when we think about Bluehost, what should you think about? First of all, let me walk you through the pros and cons of this provider. So the pros first. You have a host that's very dependable. You have dependable uptime and tested, excellent WordPress hosting plans, useful WordPress site building software, terrific customer service. It's just amazing. They have easy to use interface, free site migration, free domain and SSL certificate. You have convenient business focused tools, modern and easy to use interface, highly reliable servers, and they have a website staging area that's really seamless. Fantastic. So those are the pros. Let's talk about the cons here. Right now, Bluehost lacks cloud hosting. There's no monthly shared hosting plans. They also don't have Windows-based servers. The introductory prices increase on renewal, so this is something you got to be really careful about. And servers could be faster in our view, and servers are only in the US. So if you are somewhere overseas and you want to have servers overseas, or you are in the US and you want servers overseas, you're not going to get that through Bluehost. So when you think about Bluehost in terms of their specs, I want you to think about shared hosting. They have VPS hosting and they have dedicated hosting, but no cloud hosting. So this is one thing to really remember. So one thing I want to say here is that maybe in the next few months or few years, Bluehost will introduce cloud hosting, but right now they don't have that capability in their offer. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to talk to you about the specs you need to really think about when it comes to Bluehost Web Hosting. And so if you're looking to build a website to connect with your customers, you need a web hosting service that's stable, easy to use, and affordable. And that's what we love about Bluehost, because you have this trifecta all taken care of with the Bluehost. And so many web hosts do offer those services in terms of affordability, in terms of ease of use, but also stability. But Bluehost even goes beyond that. For example, it integrates WordPress functionality and brings tremendous flexibility to the popular content management system. So this is kind of cool. So when we talk about the specs that you have to pay attention to, shared web hosting, not a problem. Shared hosting is great through Bluehost. They have a flexibility, they have scalability, and they have like a affordability as well. So Bluehost offers a respectable web hosting plans, but they're not the best we have seen. I mean, you have HostGator, you also have CloudHost, and also a Mocha host as well. And that's for shared web hosting. You also have a VPS web hosting. So if you need even more power, expect high traffic volumes or have specific compliance requirements that prevent you from using shared servers. Bluehost virtual private server or VPS options are worth considering. Now, this could be from a regulatory like standards. For instance, when you have a HIPAA-oriented servers, so you want to have a VPS, and so if that's the case, that you will love a Bluehost in terms of the stability, in terms of the operational efficiency it introduces in your activities. How about dedicated web hosting? Wonderful. If you have a dedicated web hosting through a Bluehost, you'll enjoy it, because it is honestly a powerful form of web hosting that gives your site full server resources. And Bluehost has the capabilities to provide that dedicated web hosting process to you. And if you expect, let's say you expect huge traffic numbers, dedicated hosting is actually the only way your site will handle the internet's rigors. And Bluehost has many Linux-based dedicated server configurations too. So this is kind of cool. So now we are speaking here about 125 to 150. That's actually the starting price. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Bluehost Web Hosting. We are doing an in-depth review of the service. You also have a reseller and cloud web hosting. And so basically, reseller hosting is an ideal solution for entrepreneurs who want to manage a web hosting business, but without the stress of infrastructure management. And so companies essentially rent their servers to you for a discounted price, letting you brand and partition this to suit your own clientele. So this is kind of cool. Now, the thing here is that the Bluehost has a pretty mixed strategy when it comes to reseller. So sometimes they offer, sometimes they do not offer. So it's just a lot better to contact Bluehost to have a clear idea what their stance is currently when it comes to a reseller hosting. And they also have WordPress web hosting. So basically, WordPress is pretty good. If you go through Bluehost, you are able to have all the capabilities that you need to actually optimize your WordPress content management system. And so this is kind of cool if you're looking for a thriving theme, a thriving plugin, a thriving capability set of capabilities. Not a problem. Bluehost has three Linux-based packages. You have Basic, Plus, and Choice Plus, and online store, by the way, to actually complement the whole offer. So this is kind of cool. And if you want to go beyond that, let's say you want to create a Bluehost website, not a problem. So to create a Bluehost website, you need to select the domain, create a Bluehost account, and pay for your chosen plan. And Bluehost has many tools for building sites, filtering spam, managing email, collecting site statistics, and managing domains. You can use the WordPress content management platform to create a site, as well as Weebly, a top website builder, FTP or file manager, the GoMobi mobile web builder, or a Bluehost excellent Bluehost website builder for WordPress. So you have a lot of capabilities when it comes to creating a Bluehost website. And so this is kind of cool. And Bluehost has a drag and drop functionality that really allows you to build an attractive page complete with slideshows, contact forms, social media links, and other site elements. And you can do this within 1 or 2 hours. This is pretty straightforward. No code needed. No, you don't have any need for coding or coding experience. And what we love about Bluehost also is that the platform has a constellation of very useful e-commerce tools. So let's say you want to actually start selling online and you want to really beef up your strategy when it comes to selling online. Bluehost has the capabilities to kind of help you out. And they also have, Bluehost has something called Data Mail, which is an email marketing tool that lets you send email-based newsletters to a subscriber list. If you want an online store or the ability to accept online payments, you got to invest in an e-commerce application such as Magento, ShopSite, or Transfers. So with Magento, you can actually do a lot of things. You can create your online store real fast. ShopSite is kind of cool as well. I mean, there are a lot of them out there. I mean, that's if you still want to host your website with Bluehost, but you are exploring other e-commerce functionalities. Okay. And so we love the fact that with Bluehost, you have cool security features. So we're talking about everything about spam. We're talking about data safety. For instance, Bluehost offers 3 anti-spam tools. They have the Apache Spam Assassin, Spam Experts, and Spam Hammer, as well as hot link protection. So you can also create email account filters, password protect directories, whip up IP address blacklist, and manage private keys and digital certificates. So you are really you have the ability to manage a lot of things. And Bluehost also has an excellent uptime strategy in terms of like they were higher than 99.9%. Customer service, fantastic. You know, they get back to you. They have Bluehost has 24/7 telephone support. They have online web chat, a ticket-based system, and a knowledge base. So you can see that you have a variety of ways to reach out to customer service and make sure that your concerns are being taken care of. Okay, and so Bluehost Hosting packages come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, which is really kind of standard fare in the web hosting space. That said, you are able to actually get an even higher money back guarantee with other players. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Bluehost Web Hosting. I want to quickly talk to you about hosting management. First of all, let's talk about the value added. Okay, so when we talk about Bluehost Web Hosting, what kind of value added does this platform bring to the table? So you have hosting management. This is really important. When we talk about hosting management, we're talking about a constellation of things that can really help you out. For instance, we are talking about website management. We are talking about Bluehost email. We're talking about cPanel. I want to first talk about that. So when we talk about hosted management, you have the ability to have like website management tools. So once you have created a website or simply installed WordPress, there are a dozen other tasks you can do. Bluehost now serves us performance and security optimizations, plugin management, and general WordPress settings. So you can see that they are expanding their offer over time. So you can do a lot of things through the My Site Management area, which is one of the most convenient tools that we have actually tested when it comes to Bluehost. So this is kind of cool. So once you actually are in My Site, you are able to look at a lot of things. This is where Bluehost really adds value. So in the performance section, you'll be able to configure site caching and content delivery network. So CDN can slightly boost website speed for people who are not close to the physical server of your website. Also, it's a DDoS protection measure as well. You also, in the security section, you can enable or disable free SSL, add extra services, and check if WordPress core files are intact. There's also the Check Core WordPress Files tool. It can help you find flaws after updates or if you decided to tweak something in the file manager. So you have flexibility there as well. The plugins tool allows you to activate, deactivate, and update WordPress plugins from your dashboard. So if you don't have auto updates enabled on your WordPress dashboard, this offers a quick way to update all plugins at once. Fantastic. And the settings tool is by far the most convenient for WordPress sites because it has a ton of useful settings for you to configure. Here you can update the site URL if you have changed it, set the limit of post page revisions that are saved in your WordPress, disable the comments after a certain time and choose how many of them to display per page, set up a comment soon page, or even delete your site easily. So you have capabilities here. Let's explore a little further here. So let's talk about Bluehost email. So it's business email can actually be included. So you can get a professional email address for free with Bluehost. All you need to do is to go to cPanel and create your webmail account there. It's truly that simple. And all you need to also do is to go to cPanel, click on the email account icon, find the create button, and fill in all the necessary details such as username as well as password, and set the allocated storage space for the email account. So this is kind of cool. You have a Bluehost site migration, so this is kind of cool. So in some cases they will charge you, but most of the time they're not charging you. So if you are a first-time user, you can actually migrate one WordPress website for free. And for the free migration, there has to be a certain set of requirements, if you will. But it's pretty straightforward. You do not need to have any PhD in coding or computer science to really use the tool. It's really cool. And you also have a WordPress staging tool. Bluehost includes a staging tool for your WordPress website. It allows you to fix issues or test updates on a demo website without affecting your live site. This is kind of cool because this is really an excellent addition that can save a lot of headaches when building or updating your site. One thing I want to say here is that when we think about Bluehost overall, you want to think about scalability. You want to think about flexibility. You want to think about efficiency. This is what really the keywords that really come to mind when we analyze a Bluehost. And when we talk about the website builder, for instance, Bluehost offers you a chance to build a website using its own builder. And so they'll ask you a couple of questions, pick colors, fonts, and replace the demo content with your own. So nothing really complicated. It's kind of similar to what you have with other websites, other website builder, where you have all the builders. You have the drag and drop functionality. You have marketing tools. Actually, there's also a possibility within Bluehost. So you have an SEO toolkit. You have Google Ads. You have Google My Business as well. So this is really fantastic. And in terms of the Bluehost, the uptime and response time, we love the fact that we have a pretty high uptime, pretty high response time. Fantastic. The speed is really great. And when we did the stress testing, really fantastic. So long story short, Bluehost is pretty solid, especially when it comes to security, in terms of things like SSL certificates, DDoS protection, firewalls, automatic backups. You have the whole 9 years when you think about it. And the support is fantastic. They are available 24/7 via live chat. They do full line support. You have a knowledge base. You have FAQs. Right now, they do not have the email support, so this is something you have to really think about differently. But overall, fantastic. Really fantastic. So what is our recommendation? One thing I want to say here is that when we talk about the Bluehost, the dedicated hosting, the VPS and other hosting, the price actually, Bluehost is not cheap, okay? It's not really cheap. So this is one of those things you have to be clear about. And so when we talk about the pricing, you have Bluehost shared pricing. You are talking about $295, $545, $13.95. Bluehost VPS pricing, you're looking at 20, 30, and $60. And dedicated hosting, you are looking at 89, and 120, and 140. The question is it really worth it? Well, Bluehost remains a top WordPress-friendly web host. And so this is kind of important to really keep in mind. And this is a great pick for all types of users, whether you are a beginner, an advanced user, or a web professional. In short, Bluehost hosting plans are affordable and inclusive. Site management is user-friendly, and performance is reliable and speedy. So this is one of those things you have to think about what really works for you. So the process is great. Ease of use, fantastic. Most of the processes are automated. The provider has many tools and to make life easier, including business-focused integrations, staging, and a convenient website management area. Performance, fantastic. In the performance department, Bluehost showed excellent results. So security is great as well, and support is just fantastic. So the wait times are basically non-existent, and Bluehost remains available even during busy times. So it's one of those things where you want to rely on your web host to actually provide the kind of functionality that you need. So if you are looking for a tool that is dependable when it comes to uptime, that has an excellent WordPress hosting plans, that has useful WordPress site building feature, you will love a Bluehost. This is for sure. And they are constantly sort of updating their processes. They're constantly updating their capabilities, their platforms. So this is kind of cool. And when I talk about security, when I talk about reliability, when I talk about scalability, when I talk about all the add-ons on the side, this is just a pretty reliable sort of host. But they're not cheap though. Just keep that in mind. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me quickly do a recap here. So to this conversation, I talked to you about Bluehost. So I gave you a presentation, the specs, the value added, and our recommendation. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.